everybody, and here we are, backyard business. It's funny about the evolution in the 21st century. Backyard business started out in my backyard, and then we realized that everybody else has great backyards. So we've been to Coca-Cola Park and the ice rink, and great places. And today, it's this amazing place. I love this place, Game Day Men's Health. And Bob and Pam, first of all, what is it, so viewers know, and how'd you get into it? How'd you get started?
Yeah, no, great question, Tony. So I think we can best describe what we do by our core mission. We exist to help men in the Lehigh Valley look, feel, and perform their best. So common statistic many people may not be aware of is men will typically start to decline in their testosterone levels after the age of 30.
Yeah. Wow.
Anywhere from
Well,
two
I'm
to
way past that. I got work to do.
you
But
and
anyway, I'm going to
you and
find
me
out. You're
both.
going to hook me up afterwards. I'm getting ahead of you, but you're going to test my testosterone level.
We
Yeah,
can,
we're going to.
and
Okay.
that's the very best way to quantify what your levels are, and we kind of look at the symptoms that you may be having, and that's kind of the core of our business: hormone replacement therapy. We also do medical weight loss, so we offer tirzepatides, semaglutides, things like that, vitamin therapy, and sexual health. That's kind of our core four
But how did
services
you
that
get
offer.
here? Like, did you find out, or did you both have a feeling that that men, if you will, were at that later stage were kind of in trouble in some areas, or needed to sort of re-up their game, if you will, and you were there to help? I mean, because it's as much physical for you, or I would say psychological, as it is physical. You're helping people that are probably in distress.
It is. That's a very good way to say it, Tony. And what we see is as men get older in age, right? We often misdiagnose and call these things, well, it's just father time catching up with
Hmm.
us. Or, guys look in the mirror one day and that light is gone, that spark is gone. They just don't feel like themselves again. A lot of times those things are misdiagnoses. You got depression, midlife crisis, father time's catching up with you. Quite often, it's just a matter of a minor hormone imbalance, and that's kind of what we specialize. And again, really focus on getting guys looking, feeling, and performing their best. And the good news is, it's very, very treatable.
And why is he in perfect shape? It's really bothering me, I have to say. No, he's in great shape.
Because he does testosterone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And you look great. I'll tell you, I would
No,
probably
he
be an example.
absolutely does.
So, gonna be 74. I feel great, and I can. My wife laughs because I'll say tomorrow. She's 20 years younger than me. She's like, I can't keep up with you, and I'll say tomorrow I'm not going to do anything, and I'm doing everything. It's just the way I am. But I don't want to stop. I want to keep rolling, you can. I wouldn't say it's harder, but I want to make sure. I guess what I'm thinking, and maybe this is what you're all about. You gotta take a and you got to take a look at yourself, and what can you do? It's like you're like a car. What can you do to keep changing the oil to keep yourself in good shape so you can have an extended life? Because when you get in the later years, it can drop fast, or you can get into a soft landing.
It can, and yeah, Tony, I could speak to that from personal experience because um, I'm kind of the ideal candidate or the demographic for game day men's
Yeah.
health, right? You get into that point in your 50s, and we've worked hard, we've developed our careers, the family's older, the kids are gone,
Yeah.
and now it's time to start enjoying your life. And when you just don't have that energy at the end of the day, 5 o'clock rolls around and the couch is looking a little bit better than the gym. That's when it's time to maybe take a look and see what's going on.
Yeah. So how did you? It's a beautiful place here, by the way. And by the way, Ellie and Bailey are with us. They're always with us, and they're absolutely amazing. I love what they do, and I think we're impressed. They got all kinds of equipment, but that's what you do when you have a podcast. But how did you end up? Like, first of all, I didn't know, and I'm thinking I'm wearing this. I'm thinking, am I going to be on a treadmill? I don't know, But it's
Yeah.
really,
Yeah,
it's first of all, I think people being active is important,
it
but
is.
you can help them be active with the treatment. Would that be a good way to describe it?
We can when people get on testosterone replacement therapy, they get their hormones back in check. That energy level starts to come back to them, right? They feel more invigorated. They have more energy at the end of the day. They're getting better results in the gym. For guys,
Hmm.
it also helps tremendously with your libido,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So get you kind of energized in that department.
yeah.
It really gives you just that zest for life back.
Well, that's an example. Like, I don't want to, but I can tell when you were going there, libido thing, you're like, that could be important to someone's life, someone's marriage, and someone's mental health. Am I still in the game? Do we have a romantic life with with my spouse, who I've been with, for a long time. So it's important.
It,
Physical health is really important, and it affects mental health, I guess is what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
holistic approach. It is, and I could share a fantastic
I was
customer.
going to ask you if you could tell me a good success story, an
I,
example.
I can. This is probably my favorite. We were treating a gentleman, probably mid to late 50s,
Hmm.
and classic TRT patient, right? Hormone levels were out of balance. Just kind of lost that zest for life. The energy levels were down. He came in and started treatment. He made such good improvements. He actually recommended his son to come in and try the same thing.
Hmm.
So his son actually ended up joining a treatment program with us. And what better compliment is that when you're recommending your own family, your own
Yeah,
son to come
your
in because the
children.
benefits of that have been that good. So when his son started treatment, after a treatment one day, he stopped us at the front desk and he said, "I just want to thank you guys." He said, "The treatment plan you have my father on has changed his life. He's a better father. He's got more energy for his business. His family life is better. And when he comes home at the end of the day, he's got this pop in his step. The lights are back on in his eyes." He said, "He's a completely different person."
Yeah.
And that's what we strive to do for every single client. That's our goal.
Pam,
And
I
I
thought
think
you were going to
I
say
was,
something.
yeah, I think that's the most fulfilling part about this, to see those success stories. We've had a few guys who are on vacation or something, and they'll send us text messages with pictures of, just because they're doing something that they have more energy, or, it's great. I know me personally, I would never think to send my doctor a picture if I was on vacation. But I think that's kind of neat,
Yeah,
that they feel that
yeah, there you go.
relationship.
Yeah. So again, changing people's lives, is that how did, back to the point, how did you get here? Like, did you always have a heart for that, or how did you get here to this spot and this concept?
So we have a very interesting background, Tony. My background is engineering by trade.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
degreed engineer. I spent my entire career with Air Products, 30
Oh, wow.
years. Just recently
A
retired.
brainiac from Air
Um,
Products. Yeah, I
I
know the
wouldn't go
type.
that far, but
I know the type.
yeah. Pam,
But
did you
no,
want to
that's,
share your
that's,
background?
so you're more of a, so that tells me, engineer, you're very linear in your thinking, and it's got to have results, produce results. It's not just about touchy feely. So the process is important to you,
That's a great
and the
point.
numbers.
And let the data drive your decisions,
There
right?
you
To
go.
provide the best medical treatment.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about you, Pam?
And I spent pretty much my whole career in insurance, more of a customer service kind of
Mhm.
background. So it's kind of why this works well
Yeah,
for
this
the
is
two of
great.
us. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm usually the front desk person, the person that greets everybody and kind of keeps things running.
Yeah, you're both really
She's the
nice,
face of
though.
the business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that is good. I always say, in a business and a partnership, it's always good to have opposites, if you will, in the sense that there's no redundancy. So the gaps that you can fill for him, and the gaps that he can fill. But it does interest me. The engineering thing interests me. So it tells me that this is not, terms of, say, hocus pocus kind of. This is from a engineer. This has got to be results oriented for you.
Based on medical science. Yes, absolutely.
How'd you get there, though? How did you left Air Products and you're like, I'm going to do something else?
So I left Air Products, and my wife Pam will tell me that I'm not good without structure. So
Hmm.
we knew we didn't want to go into 100% retirement mode,
Hmm.
and we wanted to find a business we could believe in, stand behind. We looked at a couple different business opportunities. This kind of fell into place for us, and we felt very passionate about it, very strongly, that if we can make a difference in the men's lives in the Lehigh Valley, that's something we want to be part of. And we've been open coming up on 9 months now, and I can tell you that's been the most rewarding part of this whole venture, is to just watch the transformation in these guys. Some of our early patients who came to us in February when we opened, to see them then compared to where they are now, it's been incredibly rewarding.
Yeah, so now you've got some clients under your belt, if you will, in the 9 months, and you're getting to really feel what the impact is.
We do. Yeah, I think we're probably up over 300 clients
Oh, wow.
now in the first 9 months, which is with tremendous growth. There's definitely a need for for this in the Lehigh Valley. And again, seeing some of the results that guys achieve, whether it's through weight loss or testosterone replacement therapy, and kind of reforming and reshaping their bodies, it's been
You,
very rewarding.
we did a show, and looking at Ellie and Bailey, and remember the show with a group of guys, and I tried to make the point during the show, guys tend to hold. It's changing, but hold a lot in, and there's a price you pay for that. And I'm just thinking, when people come here or want to come here, they're hesitant because they might be, personal challenges for them. They're not what they used to be on many fronts, and there's got to be sort of a passionate side to it. Is that your job, Pam?
Well, yeah, I mean, I try to talk to them and let them know how, it's just everybody's going through it, and we're a place that they can come and they can talk through their problems, and it's a safe place. There's no judging, and lots of guys are going through it.
Yeah, and I don't want to diminish the physical aspect, but you said it. There's a physical, and you're impacting lives.
And it's all tied together.
So again, with that, as an engineer, which I love the combination, you're impacting lives, but you're impacting lives based on research that you've done with a product. In other words, it's valid, it's strong, it's good because it's going to impact lives.
It
It's
is,
responsibility.
yeah.
Do you
And,
feel
and
that?
it's
Do you feel that
it's
responsibility? To your clients, in that it's their lives are in your hands in a sense.
Yeah, I think we embrace that responsibility, and we're thrilled to be an active part of watching the growth and development of the patients and clients that come through.
What do you think about generally as I think of what you've done and what your careers have done? What do you think about this Lehigh Valley, this universe that has grown tremendously? Like being here? Did either one of you move here from before did Air Products bring you here, for instance?
For me, Air
Yeah,
Products did. I came here 30
from
some years ago to start
from
my career with Air Products, just from Philadelphia,
oh,
not not
okay,
not a
Philly
big
guy.
move.
Okay.
Pam is a Lehigh Valley native, yeah,
You're right away.
Whitehall.
Okay, yeah. So do you see the evolution? I guess what
Oh,
I'm asking that is you have a business and all of a sudden we've become this community where it's big, you can do business across borders, city borders and so on.
yeah, 100%. The Lehigh Valley is a great market. We've got Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, and we have clients from I think every part of the Lehigh Valley. Yeah.
Are you a Phillies, Eagle and Flyers and whatever fan?
So I'll confess we're Steelers fans,
Oh my gosh. Well, okay.
but
That's
we're
the end.
very happy.
So thank you so much for being with us. So tell me
Totally.
about what's your dream? I mean you're already living it, but as you evolve, what's your dream?
So our goal is this is the first of 4 clinics that we're going to open in the Lehigh Valley. We're probably going to have one at the north, south, east, and west ends. Um,
Wow.
and we just want to grow the business and continue to replicate this success story that we've had. And when I say success story, I'm not talking about from the business side. I'm talking about impacting the men's health and well-being in the Lehigh Valley.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you want to make a living, but it's not just about the money, it's about impacting people, I would assume.
It is, and it's funny you say that, Tony. In our mission here at Game Day, um, our mission is threefold. We want to provide the absolute best medical service that we can to our clients. We want to do that utilizing the absolute best customer service, and we want to deliver value to our clients. And we figure if we hit those three things, the business will follow.
My last question, at least this portion, we're going to do a little something when it's done, but how did they come up with I like the name. How did they come up with Game Day Men's Health,
So we are part of an international franchise.
right?
There's 1,200 locations throughout the U.S. and Canada. So we own the rights to the Lehigh Valley. So the Game Day Men's Health came from the franchise itself.
Okay. Well, I wonder how they came up with that name. It's kind of a cool name, Game Day Men's Health.
So I think part of that is we want an environment, and I don't know if we can get some shots of the other place. We want a place where men can feel comfortable to come in because, to your earlier point, when a man finally comes into the doors, right, this isn't something he thought about last week. This is something that's been going on maybe months, even years, right? So when they finally come in and they want to get treatment, we want to have an environment, got
Yeah.
the big screen TVs, the leather couches, somewhere they're comfortable, kind of a man cave environment where they're comfortable to talk.
Do you see that, Pam? Sometimes when people come in, they're hesitant until you get them.
Yeah, I've had many guys come in the door where, you could just tell. And then they stand up at the front desk and they look around and they're like, okay, you know. So it's nice.
Yeah, so no matter how tough you are, no matter how many sports you played in your life, whatever, sometimes whatever that term is, time, takes a little bit of a toll. So I think reconciling that, and that's where you're there. These probably people could be hugely successful athletes or whatever, men's men, if you will, which I've never been, but men's men, and now all of a sudden they're all that magic isn't there in every facet. So.
Yeah, and we help bring it back.
Yeah, very good point. So, hey, let's do some. You're going to help me out a little bit and do some treatment and learn a little more about what you do.
Yep. We're going to do a musculoskeletal or MSK treatment for you, Tony, and see if we can help that shoulder get a little bit loosened up for you.
Love it. All right, so it's procedure time. So Bob, why don't you explain it? Introduce the whole staff here. And by the way, if I look way too muscular on camera, I apologize. That's a joke. Anyway, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, so Oksana is our medical provider. She's going to be providing, Tony, what we call a musculoskeletal or an MSK treatment.
Okay.
And that's done with this device here. It's a shockwave device. And basically what that's going to do is send electrohydraulic pulses into your injured area. And what that does is it's going to promote what they call angiogenesis, or the regrowth of fresh cells or new cells in your body. It's going to break up any scar tissue for you. And it's just going to kind of promote better circulation into that area so your body can get the healing nutrients into that injury zone.
Okay. All right.
You're not going to feel any pain from that?
Yeah. Is it allowed to cry on camera? No.
Yeah.
Should I do that? Does that help?
Yep, perfect. Thank
All right,
you.
I'm scared.
How do you feel?
Good.
Are you warm? Are you pain?
No. Yeah, that's the spot right there. Yeah, good. My watch went off, but yep, that's it. Okay.
Can you feel that sensation? You should feel a little tingling when it gets into that.
Yeah, I do.
area.
Yeah. Yeah, right there, especially. Yeah.
But no pain, right?
No, no pain. Nope. Can't wait to use it.
Yeah, this procedure is really good for like tennis elbow, plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, I've had this shoulder thing. I just played through it, and but most people probably would have been for some whatever therapy or whatever. But
Yeah, so here at GameDay, we also offer peptide therapies.
which is what?
So peptides are short chains of amino acids.
How long do you do this?
500 pulses for 200 reps.
But I'm sorry.
Peptides are an amazing medical science. They're bioengineered amino acids. So your body produces its own peptides, but as we get older, they produce less and less.
Well, you're good at finding the exact spot. I'm sorry, Bob.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
You focus on that.
Yeah.
But there's different peptides for different things. And what the peptides do is they bind with receptors in your body and promote your body to produce more of whatever it is you're going after with that peptide. So there's certain peptides to produce human growth hormone if you wanted to build muscle mass. And there's other peptides like BPC 157, and that's designed to bind with receptors to tell your body to send out more healing aids and ingredients to your body to really help and promote healing.
Spoken like an engineer. Well, again, that's what I guess that's what I'm really trying to push on this backyard business. First of all, your backyard is beautiful, number one. Number two, I'm all over the engineering thing because, again, it tells me that, this is after retirement, so you want to get in this, you want to help men's health, but you want it to be factual and not just something that's, it's not about, I got a franchise, I want to make money. It's about, I want to help people. I'm an engineer. I need to know the facts. So I assume you went to a lot of visits or sessions to learn about what this procedures are and how to help.
We did, and that's the same with all the procedures and products and services that we provide. And I think everything that our clinic offers, I think I've personally tried myself.
Oh, okay.
Just so I can kind of speak from experience on the benefits and how it works.
Well, you look great. I'll tell you that much. Pam's wonderful. This place is great. My shoulder feels great. I'll let you know about a week from now how but it feels good. And I guess I would just say thank you, Bob. Thank you, Pam. Thank you very much for the procedure. And give it a shot. If you're a man, and you have issues, come here. Talk to you first and foremost. There's no commitment. Come in and talk it over and see what your needs are and take it from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's an environment that's conducive for men. You're going to come here. It's not going to look like a doctor's office. It's going to look like a man cave environment.
Yeah.
Complimentary snacks and a great staff that's going to take good care of you.
And it's spotless clean, by the way. I knew an engineer, they got to have everything perfect, but it is spotless clean, which I love. So look, we say backyard business. This is a great backyard. Game Day Men's Health, and just got my shoulder treated. Had a great conversation, and good luck to you. Thanks for being with us, and thank you all for being with us. Another session of Backyard Business. We'll see you next time.